Oh, and there we go. We're recording. Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening around the world. My name is Doug Brunke. I'm the founder and CEO of Global Chamber. We have an important conversation today because it's about a region of the world that not a lot of people have been working with, but more should be, and more because the opportunities are really extraordinary. Global Chamber is all about connecting our members to new opportunities, creating more success more simply. One of the things that I've done this morning, it's here early on the West Coast, 6:35 in the morning, but I've been up for a few hours. And one of the fun things I've done in that time has been uh, giving some thinking time to Globy, the AI tool for Global Chamber. It's so fun to simplify. AI and technology, I think, is frightening for some, and certainly maybe to all of us at some level, because the changes are so dramatic. However, when it works and when it's done well, it's fun and it's liberating to be able to simplify, to be able to process a lot of information, tailoring it to our own needs. And so we're looking forward over the next weeks and years to continue to do that. The world is amazing. And Mohammed, uh, uh, who's our speaker today, is a great example of that. His energy and his positivity and his unstoppableness. And one of the other words I think is great for Mohammed, and that's he's very adaptable. He's able and has many times jumped into different calls at Global Chamber and been able to adapt his own personal style to be very accommodating and be very welcomed in all of Global Chamber. So thank you, Mohammed Omar, for your leadership, for being not only the co-founder of Expo Kent in Kirkuk, which is your hometown, but also your leadership with Global Chamber in Kirkuk and across Iraq. And we've already talked about several different cities, including Baghdad, maybe 4 or 5 chapters moving forward. You've been spending some time, not just because of family obligations, but also because of the business side. And so you'll be talking today about infrastructure and urban development and housing. You'll be talking about public-private partnerships, the role of Turkey companies in rebuilding Iraq, and just generally innovation, sustainability, and smart construction trends. And so thank you for your leadership on a day-to-day basis, and we look forward to learning more today. What would you like to do in terms of the structure? How long would you like to speak, and how would you like to answer questions?
Thank you, Doug, for great introduction again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I am learning, adapting the culture of Global Chamber. So, thank you, everybody joining, and the people who are watching this in the future, because we are going to share it. So, I have a presentation, 20 slides. I will try to make it as general as possible to give you an idea what's happening there. So it will take approximately the same time that we had last time. We will have 30, 35 minutes of the presentation. And this time I am being very visual. So I will jump to the subject, and I try to be a little bit better than the last one. So we were going to improve. I hope will be for the people who are listening, just to enjoy and take you there. So,
How could it be better than the last time? So, but
oh,
thank you for continuing to improve. That means a lot.
your trust is also important for me. So I will start to share the presentation if I could say so. Can everybody see it?
It's loading. And now it is available. Yes.
Perfect. Hi again. My name is Mohammed Omar. I am involved with Global Chamber for a few months now, and I am enjoying every minute of it. So, this is our second Globinar Talk Iraq, exploring opportunities and empowering growth, which I hope to be successful to introduce it to you all. So, this is our title, and we are talking about construction sector and what's happening. Before I take you on the land, I would like to give you a satellite look above Iraq. So, if you have those applications tracking flights, so you can see the importance of this of the Iraqi location, which take us that it's a global transit area, and over 700 aircraft flies across Iraq airspace daily, and it's increasing by day. So, uh, for and for the last conflict that happened in the Middle East, it was the most difficult route for the airplanes because it's not a small country, you just pass it, but it's a highway. You can make it a highway. Why I am showing this is because of this Iraq Development Road. We have been talking about Iraq Development Road for a couple of years now, and amazingly, the project is going very fast. So, what it is exactly? It starts from a new port that we are building and continues to Turkey, and from Turkey to Europe all the way to the UK. As I mentioned, I would like to make this presentation more visually so you will see what is happening there. So, the starting point of the development road will be from the Grand Fao port on the Gulf. Uh, this is will be one of the top ports in the region or in the world, actually. There is an industrial area and there is a new city we're going to build, and also, I'm sorry, just to have a little bit, and industrial area for many, and also renewing and rehabilitating the old city of Fao, which means a new city are raising in the south of Iraq. So, and the old development will start. Now, the port in the year 2016, we're showing the container size in millions, 7.5 million, and by the end of 2050, it will be 10 million, 25 million a year. So, what this road includes, I think I can mute the sound to be heard better. So it will be a railroad from the south of Iraq until the north. It will cross the country from the south to north, exactly like the flight way. And also, there will be a fast train track also will be parallel to this road. So it will be a whole new structure for that. The container size 2.5, 2.3 in a million in a year, and it will be the development of the Iraq's economy and also the railroad. So this will be the reason to starting this road. As you remember, Doug, that in the during the Corona pandemic, the Suez Canal was stuck ship. So China wanted to have an alternative. As you see, roads from India, China, and Australia will come, and it will be loaded on the Grand Fao uh, port and continuous through Turkey and all the way to Rotterdam and even to UK. So this is about 17, maybe $18 billion project. As I mentioned, the Grand Fao port are almost finished. They are in a state that they can accept ships, but not full capacity. So I started with this. So this is the grand of the projects that will have not affect Iraq, but the whole global trade. So it will be a new route, a new economic system, a new, uh, how you say, transit area. Now, the second project that I would like to mention here is Metro of Baghdad, which is also about 20 billion dollars worth of project, which will have 7 lines connecting all the important sections of the city, and it will have uh, access because all my travel lately in Baghdad, the traffic is nightmare. The people, the growth is amazing. It's a good thing to grow and have economic growth, but the problem is you don't have enough streets to handle those traffics. So this project is about 148 kilometers, and also it will be easy access to solve the traffic problems. I always say in Baghdad, every day you can solve one problem. You can go one meeting. The next one you cannot handle it. If you are lucky, you get access to the second meeting. So the speed of the trains will be 140, between 80 to 140. So it will connect the whole important squares and areas of Iraq, of Baghdad. So and now the project all finished, and now for the contractors are going to do the details, and I think Spain and other few companies are going to how you say building those stations. So this is the in Baghdad. As you know, Doug, Baghdad is close also to two very important city, which is Karbala and Najaf. Why those cities are important? After Mecca, the holiest cities in the world are Najaf and Karbala, and they are getting visitors in millions every year. So we have maybe annually 25 million visitors from all over the world. And also with this project, they are providing a fast train, which is in speed of 240 to get access from the airport of the Najaf and go to Karbala, and it will be about to easy transportation. And this, the visitors of those two cities for the last couple of years is uh, going very, how you say, high. So, and this is the two projects that I wanted to start. And those two projects, tens of billions of dollars. So it's not about a small investment that well, okay, will it work or not? But amazingly, those two projects are going pretty well. As an Iraqi, I never expected that it will go fast. I said maybe in the near future, but the projects are going pretty well. So, with that, not only uh, the infrastructure. The government also has some projects are built. For in the last presentation, I showed you the building of the Central Bank of Iraq, which was a very state-of-the-art building, and this building also is for the Prime Ministry of Iraq. I think it's in English, so it will be easier to introduce it to you. The reason I'm showing these buildings, it's not about the quantity. I would like also to show the quality of the buildings that we are building right now. It will take a few minutes. You noticed the Sumerian writings.
Really amazing, Mohammed. Just a quick verification. Are you lit? Is this have sound?
I'm sorry, you don't hear the sound?
No,
Oh, I'm sorry.
no. The
Oh,
visualization is amazing.
oh, there is a sound explaining every step of it. I thought that you are hearing
Oh,
the what did I do wrong? Uh,
oh. You can hear it on your computer, I guess.
yeah,
Interesting.
I would like to make it loud to. Do you hear it now?
It's not loud enough to be picked up by the mic for.
Okay,
Yeah. So sorry about that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, it looks muted. I see a note. Why would it? Hmm. maybe as a follow-up, is this available online?
Yes, yes, I will share. Yes, yes, I will share the links.
Okay.
It depends. It explains the. It's all from the history of Iraq, back from 10,000 years ago, from
Ama-
Sumerian and cultural buildings. So it is this building, by the way. This building is how I say is almost finished. The construction of it, I saw it in Baghdad, and now they are going to the details for this building. So it is a state-of-the-art project, and also it will be soon. Next year, I'm sure it will be available to visit when we go together. I will say this is the building that we were talking about. So the governmental buildings also the investments are huge. They wanted to make also it doesn't uh, enough for just to have a building or normal floors. Do not forget, Doug, Iraq is a country in the Gulf country. Although we were like the how you say the step son of the Gulf countries, but now we have the DNA to show off. So Dubai now leading the area with those buildings, but in the next of 5 to 10 years, I think we will have a pretty sure stock of those kind of buildings showing up in Iraq in general. So that's it. And okay, we I showed you the infrastructure, the transportation when it comes to Iraq's future. Nothing, as you know, important in a very capitalist country when it comes to shopping malls. So this is Iraq's Iraq Mall. It's almost 150,000 leasable for shops, and it has the larger fountain show like Dubai has. They want it to be larger than that, and they will have maybe one of the largest LED screens also. So, and also a hotel, and the total of this building is over 1 million square meters. So it's a huge, and hundreds of millions of dollars are invested, and it's also almost finished. Maybe in a few months will they will have a grand opening. And this is another one which is also the same size, which is under construction right now, but not as how you say close to the end. Now, let's talk about housing and urban development. I will show you a smaller project, but I wanted to emphasize this project. This project is an international developer. He is an Egyptian billionaire. I think his name is Suarez, and he started this city. It's not a apartment or building complex. It's a whole city, which is 120,000 houses, homes, and over 61 million square meters. And this is a brief of that project. And they already started the project and started to sell, and it's ongoing. It is a government supported project in Iraq. If you have a project and you see it will be a good idea to enter this to the Iraqi market, and you present your project, the government will provide you a free land. For example, if you want to have an aqua park, or do you want to have how you say, any kind of project, and you say, okay, this will be a good idea to invest in Iraq, you will get the land for free. And that's how this project also saw the land. The land is free for the developer, and they will get some of the percentage of this project to the government to sell. And the next step, he will sell it, and it's much more profitable for the developer. So, who is building in Iraq? Which countries? So, in the top is Turkey. Turkey is number one with about 35 billion in projects in Iraq: housing, transportation, water treatment plants, all kind of projects. And Turkey has a good reputation when it comes to buildings in Iraq. So it's one of the, how you say, selling point for the project. If I have a apartment complex which built by a Turkish company, it will sell easy because of the quality and their standards to build. The next is China, is also very powerful. They have a large construction buildings, and also the closest competitor for the Turkish contractors are Chinese. For example, hospitals and government tenders, only two countries are now on the lead. South Korea is on the map, and because of the FAO port that I showed in the beginning of this presentation, because the port is built by a South Korean company, which is famous for that, and France and Spain, those both countries are in the metro project in Baghdad. So only one project will put you on the map to be the largest contractor in Iraq. So maybe you are thinking, okay, Mohammed, it's just government building infrastructure. And this is one of the hospitals. One thing I would like to mention, unfortunately, Iraq has suffered from a very poor healthcare system. Our hospitals were outdated, and the services was not that great. But they started hundreds of hospital projects, but almost none of them has got the light of the day. But as I mentioned, the last couple of years, some of those projects are finished, and this is one of them. And this is a new hospital has been opened, and now people are serving the population in Baghdad, which is, I think, 200 bed hospital. It looks like the same hospitals that are in Turkey or any developed country. So we have all the infrastructure, all the technology, because you have the fund to build those kind of projects. What we suffered for the last 10, 15 years, the bad management. But as I mentioned, right now we have, and it's not 85% finished, it's now 100% finished, and also people are in this building. So for me also was surprised to see those kind of hospitals are finished and functioning and serving the population. Some of those hospitals, the management also are getting service from abroad. Some of the Turkish companies are specialized in managing hospitals, are in are managing a few of those uh, hospitals that are new. And the prime minister, current prime minister, has mentioned that each city, not only major cities, small towns either, should have some kind of governmental hospital. So This was the hospital side. So we will going to the normal building complexes. I cannot, if I start to mention maybe tens, if not hundreds right now. My last few visits in Baghdad, the whole Baghdad is a construction site. You cannot travel without getting by any bridge or tunnel or building complexes. So the whole city are on the race. The the right down picture, which is a Iraq gate, is now finished. The left one is now is open, and it includes about 70 towers when the whole project will be finished. Each tower has, I don't know, maybe 25, 23 floors, and each floor has four, and it's small towns. So this is also just to give you an example. And the above one of them is downtown Baghdad, and the other I don't know, other huge, which those each projects are hundreds of millions of dollars of investment. But you know what? None of them are stuck because the demand is huge. So Iraq now is a nation under construction, actually. The trends threshold of one of the largest reconstruction wave in the Middle East, no doubt about it. I can say other countries, maybe they have one or two projects, but as a country, a whole, Iraq, I think, is the number one, maybe not in even in the Middle East, in the world. So in the next 5 years, I will assure you, everybody will talk about the Iraq and the developments there. But the difference between Global Chamber and the rest of the world is we are focusing earlier, so we will have the first move advantages. So, why? And the economic engine of the growth. The construction accounts for nearly 7% of Iraq's GDP, but it will grow, and the growth will be 7 to 8%. And estimated at the end of 2030, it will be 25 billion. Now it's 16 billion, but I'm pretty sure it will exceed that if we don't have a. Uh, and what fuels this sector is the need. Although they will mention here somewhere, they said 2.5 million, but actually I saw another report that Iraq needs at least 5 million housing unit. So the country needs to rebuild, and the government is trying the best to adapt to the global economy. Uh, Before, you never heard of PPP before as a model to Iraqi investors, but now the government has to uh, give partnership with the global developers, because uh, no company or no government can handle this kind of growth in such a short time. And infrastructure corridors, roads, railways. So it's not only one sector that's growing. The whole industry are, how you say, is emerging. And also one of the other specialty, digitalization and smart cities. So also is driving the consumer to have or renew their homes. Where the growth is happening. Baghdad, of course, the number one is over 10 million of population and growing by the hour. So the heart of the economic and the political power in Iraq is Baghdad. So no competition there. The second, they try to make it the capital of the economy of Iraq, Basra, which includes the Grand Fao port and also it is our export gate to the world from our oil. The second is in the north region of Kurdistan region of Iraq, which is tourism, real estate development. But now, if you compare it with Baghdad, is very minor. Kirkuk also, my hometown, is getting specialized in industrial, and because also we have oil fields and infrastructure. So we are in Kirkuk has, when it comes to manufacturing and industrial sector is growing when it comes to building those kind of building. And Mosul, major international reconstruction initiatives. Unfortunately, Mosul was one of the cities that suffered during the terrorism um, and ISIS and so on. So the emerging also in rebuilding, and it's going so fast. So these are the cities, and of course we are in real life. We are not in paradise yet, so we have risks also. The regulatory complexity and project approval delays. As I mentioned, we are everything what's happening now is new, even for the government, for investors, for ministries. So handling project, getting approval takes time. So patience is one of the things that you need to have if you would like to do business in Iraq. Limited access to project financing and banking service. As you remember, last month we talked about the banking service. It's almost nothing. And most of these projects are financed from outside of Iraq. So we have a lack of banking system that is happening in it. Infrastructure gap in logistics and electricity. Yes, electricity energy, which will be our subject next month. Energy is one of the hardest problem that we are facing because the government says we need so amount of electricity for next year, and when next year comes, it is 50% more that the public are demanding. So with the growth comes uh, with a great growth comes great energy. So you need to have, and it's not enough. Our facilities are outdated, and we need to improve, and we need to have some work on the natural gas that comes with the oil. So this is our negative things. The regional security and consideration, which is we don't forget that Iraq is also in the Middle East, but thankfully we are not involved in any kind of political crisis lately, and hopefully will continue just a couple years more, and everything will be stable. And technology and know-how. When it comes to buildings, the only thing that we suffer is the detailed construction. The building will how you say, will stand, but when it comes to detail, we don't have enough human resources, we don't have enough know-how, we don't have enough infrastructure to finish those projects. So the buildings going very fast with the new technology, but when it comes to human resources and know-hows to handle all these projects, we have a lack of that also. So any developer are specialized in finishing the project will have a lot of work to do. Uh, with your question, why invest now? Just to let you, I'm not talking about investing, getting an apartment or buying a building in Iraq. We are talking about investment as a developer, as an investment in projects. As I mentioned, the demand is there. No project are, we don't have sales. Every project are selling. For example, I can compare it with the construction and boom that happened in Turkey about 15 years ago. Everywhere we're building. Now it's slow right now in Turkey, but it is like it was Turkey 15, 20 years ago. The whole business world war in the construction business, buildings everywhere. Iraq is having that moment right now. And also Iraq with a large of population. As I didn't want to repeat the information that we had for the first presentation last month, but Iraq is a young country. 70% of them are under 35. So there is a huge potential when it comes to young population, high demand. As I mentioned, it's not only 2.5 million, maybe over 5 million. Uh, and also huge potential for first mover advantage in digital and green infrastructure. So, as you saw, many of the buildings, they always have some kind of green areas in the top floor and other things. So, don't forget, Iraq was one of the country or the area, Mesopotamia was the hanging garden of Babylon. So, there is something there in the DNA also. So, thank you, Doug. I hope I didn't pass my time, 35 minutes.
I'm not sure, but I think we do have enough time for questions. That was spectacular. That was an amazing presentation, not only graphically, but in terms of the opportunity, really significant on so many different levels. How often are you visiting Iraq now? How are you?
It's, as I mentioned, from our first Globinar today, I went there twice, and it will
Okay,
continue this way,
okay.
maybe couple of times each month. So I am traveling a lot. So, and because we are going with those companies that I'm representing in Iraq, we are looking to get the projects and how you say getting business done.
I encourage anyone to, if you have questions, to either raise your hand or just unmute yourself and go ahead. I don't see any hands and I don't see anyone unmuted, but I'll monitor that. Please feel free to go ahead. Um, in terms of the country itself, I presume a lot of the reason here is uh, there's economic growth that's driving that. What you talked a little bit about that the last time. Would you like to add a little bit more in terms of maybe update on the economy, and when you think about 2026, where should we be looking from a business perspective that's fueling this growth?
Uh, Next month, we will have elections. Uh, so after the elections, when the new government and the new prime minister, I hope the prime minister now will continue because he's on the right direction. Hopefully, the next one also will be also heading this way, and I'm feeling that it will continue this way. So there is a lot of reform and how to handle the economic situation, and the people now saw that in a short period of time you can build in Baghdad tens of bridges and also infrastructure and those kind of complexes. So it's possible if you have enough funds and capital in some way you can manage to build it. So what my thinking is, Iraq is trying to go a little far from the oil money. We have over 3-4 million barrels of sales each day uh, to the world, but oil is risky right now. So the next presentation that we will have next month will be in energy, and also uh, the industries. Iraq is now has digitalized their imports. They had a system with the cooperation with the United Nations called ISCUDA or something like that, which is a global recognized system according to HS codes that will be to import anything from outside of Iraq, and also supporting the local industries. So some of the industries, when it comes to food and beverage, are not, how you say, welcome to be imported to Iraq. It's preferred to be built in Iraq because it's much more business, how you say, makes sense, because the value, Iraq's consumption and circulation of the product is huge. Maybe there is few countries in the world like that. When I noticed that when Turkish businessmen come, they say when we sell one container of products, it is a very difficult in Turkey to sell one imported container if it's 40 foot. But a small, even less than average importer in Iraq imports maybe a couple of containers each week. So the demand is huge. For example, the city, Medinatul Warad, the city which was 120,000 housing unit. Their numbers are huge. There is no enough manufacturing, even in Turkey, to handle their demands. So they are thinking of building to manufacture porcelain and ceramic and tiles close to the location to feed the project. So this is what I am seeing in the near future.
Fantastic. Great progress. I see uh, Kashfia, thank you for your question. Please feel free to go ahead. Thank you for your leadership, not only with Global Chamber Bangladesh, but globally. What's your question?
Thank you, Doug. Great presentation, Omar, and I
Thank you.
actually enjoyed it. This is the first time I'm attending something that's so specifically focused on Iraq. So, and it's amazing the stuff that's going on, and I'm really happy to see all the progress. Makes me very happy. So, firstly, congratulations on that.
Thank you very
Because you
much.
talked a lot about the infrastructure and projects related to real estate, etc., I was just wondering, what about the service industry? Are you guys looking into developing, for example, consultants, auditors, compliance, governance? Because I'm sure all these projects will come with big budgets, and it will require a lot of financial health checks, governance, compliance, etc. So, are you also looking into like developing that maybe from various places or in-house? What's the plan on that? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Yes, Iraq now, how you say, the largest, the big four, the big 10, they all now operating in Iraq. They are providing consulting services, their know-how, and also because when you are building one building, five, 10 store buildings, you can handle, you have, but when you are going to the, how you say, the Champions League, so you need to have some know-how, some kind of experience. So service providers are active in Iraq when it comes to KPMG, Ernst and Young, and Deloitte. All of them are now active in Iraq. I don't know. It's amazing, Doug. Sometimes I am also. It's the same thing when the Turkish companies come to Iraq. They are doing business in Iraq in millions. When they come to Turkey, they quiet. They don't mention anything. So you, I don't know, they are trying to keep it for themselves, but they hate people like me when they go and try to explain the opportunities. So yes, all the big companies are active in Iraq. And as I mentioned, the presentation last month, Oliver, what was it? Oliver Wan, who was the main consultant for the Central Bank of Iraq. And yes, service providing companies, when it comes to know-how, human resources, infrastructure, they all are needed. And even the investors in Iraq are in need of those kind of services. So yes, to answer your question,
Thank you so much. Great answer. Thank you.
thank you.
Can I
Amazing.
add a
Hello there, Harold. How are you?
Yeah, fine. I just wanted to share, Mohammed, it was a very fantastic presentation. It
Thank
give,
you very much,
uh,
Harold.
yeah, it gives a very perspective about the future of Iraq. I like that so many countries from, you know, Turkey and different countries are investing in billions of dollars. But at the same breath, Mohammed, are people or the government in Iraq looking at the prosperity, partnership, and upliftment of the local people there, the Iraqi? And my main question is that I hope there is no exploitation of labor trafficking. Means when I say labor, are the people being paid? Okay, it will be the local people who are being paid or who are doing the prosperity of Iraq. Are they being taken care
Yeah.
and are they uplifting the local Iraqis to start their own business or do partnership? Thank you.
Yes, thank you for your question. Uh, Unfortunately, we are a little bit, how you say, early stages when it comes to uh, depending Iraq and empowering the private sector. We are in infant stage. Uh, Even in culture in Iraq, the goal of every Iraqi, I just finish my university and get a governmental job, and I will be secure. Because the private sector has suffered all these decades from the ups and downs. So the security for the individual Iraqis to have income is, they say, after the dictatorship will be just to get an governmental job and I will be secured the rest of my life. But now Iraq has overloaded with governmental employees, so which is make it very difficult to emerge. But now they said that we need to finance and give the private sector a chance to SMEs and foreign investments and the local investors easy to start company and build businesses and supporting entrepreneurship and new ideas. Now, you are aware of, for example, the Shark Tank and the Dragon's Den programs. Do you know that the head of the Central Bank of Iraq is a host in a program which is supporting new ideas and companies to have investment and have how you say, um, partnership with each other, because just to promote the private sector and the how you say, the possibility, because no country in the world are 100% dependent on the government. No, if you are even selling millions of barrels of oil every day, you cannot handle just to employ every citizen of yours, because as I mentioned, we are not a couple of millions, we are 46, over 46 million. So but they are, as I said, on the right step when it comes to providing a good life for the citizens. And I didn't get the human, how you say, working
I said labor
exploitation.
trafficking. No, I said
Yeah,
there is a people are made to work the vulnerable population in Iraq, but are not being compensated the right wages. And you all are progressing overall, but the local people
yeah.
also progress or prosper.
The majority of construction work when it comes to executives and also the workers in those construction sites, all of them are foreigners. So because the public does not have the enough how you say know-how, but there is now hundreds of thousands of foreign workforce are working in Iraq. So yes, and also they in executive levels, we are needing managers and how you say the white collar jobs also. I
Thank
think we are almost 1 hour. Thank you again, Harold, for your question.
We
Can
are
I?
at the end. I wonder if you'd like to spend just a couple minutes, Mohammed, or a minute, or
Yes,
however's
I would like
required to wrap up.
to th to thank my friend Dr. Ali Kushü, who is my friend, and he wanted to join and see me in action this time.
How do you know each other? What's the connection?
We
What does
are middle school friends,
I see? If in
and
Kirkuk,
yes, and now he is in Istanbul and I'm in Ankara.
fantastic, super.
Yes.
Well, welcome, Ali. Thank you for joining us here today. Would you like to say anything? What do you think about Mohammed and his business?
Uh, Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes,
can.
yes.
Okay. Oh, thanks for the great talking that you had. I really enjoyed it. And about Muhammad, there is no need to say much, but he's really a great a great friend, and he's really determined in his job, and he's so focused on the things what he does. Uh, I will go direct to my question. Actually, I want to ask a short one, just out of curiosity, regarding the construction in general in Iraq. Are they completely dependent on foreign companies, or is there a field that they are good at, so they can do it by themselves, or they are completely dependent on foreign companies?
Yes, Ali, thank you for your question. You, uh, it depends on the project. For example, the building of the prime ministry that we are doing right now, there is no local company can execute the way that does. All the engineers, maybe the head level and the project design. I think it was CAP who was designed it. It depends on the project. If it's a middle and low budget project, Iraqi investment and business contractors can handle it, and they have some kind of know-how to do that now. But when it comes to mega project, when it comes to, for example, 1,000 and even more apartment complexes, they all depended on the foreign companies. And also, I think it's right now it's better that way, just also to attract investment, also, and also to have a better service. So our builders, our developers are not right now in a stage so they can handle thousands of housing units. And you have another question? Feel free to
Me?
ask.
No, that's it. Thank you.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ali. What final comments would you like to make, Mohammed? What would you like to leave us with?
I thank you first for this platform to introduce Iraq globally and show this side of Iraq, and also hopefully to attract businesses and opportunities in this community when it comes to global chamber. And I will also send a candidate for you, Doug, for the Baghdad's
Amazing.
chapter. So she was with us last month. Tamara, I think she will be a very good involved in the business community. So we will try to build on it. We will share this video and we will talk about Iraq until they will ask us to talk, and we will not give what what they ask for.
Yeah, no, we definitely want to hear more fascinating developments, and growth is exciting.
Yeah.
It causes the short-term problems on the roads, and in developing countries, that's a great first sign. It's frustrating, but it's just a reality. But it's a first sign that the infrastructure needs to be built out, and it will be. So thank you so much for sharing. We look forward to setting up that next one. Is that already been set, the date, the energy one?
The last Friday of each month.
The last Friday, and it's up on the calendar already?
Not yet. I think we will start with it
I see. Okay.
next week, and hopefully I will be a little better than today.
Okay, no worries at all. So we'll look forward to that conversation. Thanks everybody for joining. If you're interested in learning more about the speaker or the topic or growing globally beyond borders, contact us. Come to our website, globalchamber.org. Send us an email at info@globalchamber.org, and or just reach out in some way. Thanks everybody. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Happy November.